Hey, yo, what's going on with it? Once again, bros, women, bronies, and pegasisters will talk to This is the one, the only, of course, Mr. I had to take my drink there before I did this intro. Nintendo 23-2011 Engage Criticism Guide 2009. Of course, you guys are registered to the channel. Definitely check out freedom.com. Of course, show me series on that. If any people are interested in a business program, best partnership around, all the good shit, links to description box down below, and it will be provided description box down below, and in the annotation on the side, if any people are interested in a business program, best partnership around, all the good shit, if any people are interested in a business partnership program type of stuff, all that good shit. So, just in case you're wondering, if you're wondering why there's so many fireworks outside, I said before, I'll say it again, I'm probably going to have this video up the day after. It is currently right now in the United States, it is 4th of July, so happy Independence Day if any people live in the U.S. and here in America. Everywhere else around the world, hope you're having a good day, good night, wherever you're at in the universe. Hopefully having a fantastic, good-ass day, hopefully. Other than that, I have a couple of certain views, points, and opinions about the holiday. And nowadays, it's like pretty much about hot dogs, barbecue, and everything. I mean, the only ones that are going to suffer is pretty much cats, dogs that are pretty much your pets, because they hate the crap out of those sounds. And unfortunate war veterans that fought. Not very many of them left. There's probably less than 1,000 left for all I know. People that fought in World War II or during the Vietnam War, the Cold War, or any of those things. I don't have anybody in my family members that did fight in the war or anything like that, but you know what? My condolences and my respect and loyalty. Even though I disagree with war a little bit, especially nowadays after Afghanistan and Iraq wars. Yeah. I disagree with it a little bit, but you know what? They had to do what they had to do for this country. God bless their souls for fighting all these crazy-ass totalitarian police state wars that happen, unfortunately, during tough times. My heart and my soul, everything goes out to you if any of you guys have lost a family member. Or veterans, if you're there now, even in modern-day wars, like fucking bullshit-ass fucking Al-Qaeda or ISIS, any of those asshole cocksuckers or whatever, unfortunately, that make these war veterans' lives a living hell, especially when they come back from the United States, even if they do survive the battle and war over there in the Middle East. They come back really mentally with a lot of PTSD, post-traumatic stress disorder. You know what? My heart goes out to them. They're probably suffering hearing all these blasting, big, loud-ass fireworks. Me, I never went to war, so therefore I can't really, I really don't know what it's like to take somebody else's life, especially with their bare hands, whether they're using a knife or a sword or a gun. Fortunately for them, their blood is permanently stained on their hands, but on a more serious note, But other than that, let's get to some good positivity news that just happened yesterday. I know I'm maybe 14, 16, maybe 18 or 20 hours, almost a day late on this. It's probably going to be 2 days late by the time I upload this tomorrow on YouTube. Wednesday. Actually, no, Tuesday, because I'm doing this Monday night. Happy 4th of July if any people are here in the United States, but happy Independence Day. You know what? Hey. If any people have people that you unfortunately lost, any of my subscribers, if any people had friends, family, certain people that you knew, maybe your fiance, husband, wife, or cousin, or special friend of yours, they went out to serve in the war, you know what? My respect and loyalty goes towards them. Even though I don't 100% agree with war, I'm not saying we should go in peace and hold hands together and sing Kumbaya or anything. This is never going to be a 100% peaceful world. I know this. I go a lot more into deeper, more serious details, but that's more my criticism guide 2009 when I talk about theories and conspiracy theories, subliminal messages, and all that stuff, and government propaganda and all that stuff. But I'm gonna hold my tongue on that because that's not what my channel's about over here. Other than that, except for people when I talk about gamers exposed and stuff like that, I actually been starting to listen to that a little bit more because I just barely started hearing about it last year. And I'm not going to get too much into it. The only 2 words, I know a lot of the millennials will say, oh, it's Illuminati confirmed, it's funny, hashtag rebel, or hashtag, I'm so epic, 420 blaze, Illuminati confirmed, I know a lot of you look younger, not a lot of you, maybe there's a few handful of you that are very intellectual, and that those are real organizations that unfortunately run this planet into the ground, and especially where we're headed with Hillary Clinton, Donald Trump. You guys can probably skip the first 10 minutes of this video. I'm just going to get into a deep discussion before I start this reaction video for Pokemon Sun and Moon. But yeah, wow. I'm sorry, I apologize for the dogs barking in the background. They get crazy every year like this, especially when it's 4th of July fireworks. With Donald Trump, Hillary Clinton, Bernie Sanders, regardless who ends up being president, and this is my own personal viewpoint, you guys can disagree with me if you want. I'm just saying, just putting it out there. The only one I have like a sheer small amount of respect for is Bernie Sanders, because he's talked about this shit for years with banksters, offshore banking cartels, and police state, people taking our freedoms away, and the big government, pretty much big pharma and everyone else that runs this world, like FBI, CIA, DEA, NSA, pretty much, unfortunately, they have a stranglehold on our freedom and liberties and rights. You know, I could get a little bit more deeper into detailed discussion. I could show you how deep the rabbit hole fucking goes. I'm dead ass serious. I can honestly, I could guide you. You take my hand virtually, and I will show you everything that's fucking wrong with this world. There's fucking, what's it called, Monsanto, where they're poisoning a lot of this fast food, and I rarely ever eat fast food anymore, maybe like once or twice out the year. They poison, they do a lot of chlorine, they put rat poison, a lot of fucked up shit into people's, what's it called, foods and beverages and all that shit. So there's that scenario. There's other reasons. There's, the smartphone right now. I wouldn't be surprised if the NSA, National Security Agency, they're probably listening to me right now, along with millions of other people. Unfortunately, they're taking our freedoms and rights away with that. And even for jobs and works, I'm not going to talk too privately specific about it because I'm not sure if my manager or anyone else is watching because of the job I just got a couple weeks ago. But I will say this, there's this new security system where it takes like biometrics or binary, not binary code, but it takes like a binary fingerprint scan of your finger or any of your fingers. The only one that worked for me, it kept rejecting me. And I tried to use it with my thumb and it worked. That's weird as fuck. And then I actually heard other places where they're doing eye scans. And I just saw this about 2 years ago. I actually talked about this in my Criticism Guide 2009 channel. You can skip to 10 minutes. I'm going to get to the Sun and Moon reaction in a second. I felt like this was really, really, not to try to sound religious, but it's been heavy on my mind and my heart lately. I don't know why. But, oh man. Especially with a lot of the things a lot of people worship nowadays, like the Pope. And I'm going to sound like a hypocrite on this. There's a lot of fucked up shit in this fucking world. There's a lot of subliminal messages that go around that don't subconsciously hit people. It hits them consciously, but not subconsciously. I just heard about the other day. I don't claim to know everything. I just heard about, if any of you guys know what Project CERN and Project Bluebeam and Project Holograms are. I mean, granted, it's going to make me sound a little bit like a hypocrite because I know my Criticism Guy like a month and a half ago, and you could go on my Criticism Guy channel if you want. I'll leave the link in the description box down below. I go a lot more deeper into the rabbit hole compared to this. I'm just scratching the surface. I know as much as I love being a video gamer, or gamer if you want to call me that, as much as I've been hearing a lot of the movies, music, I barely listen to mainstream media music anymore except for underground hip-hop rap, some techno, a little bit of dubstep every now and then, and video game music. There's that. These extremely powerful men and women that run this planet, mostly men, and not to sound like a racist bigot or nothing, but they're mostly a lot of Caucasian men that are normally into this type of thing. But I actually did hear, like, a lot of these events that go on, like the Freemasons event, Knights Templar, Bilderberg groups, pretty much these billionaire, trillionaire, powerful CEOs that own even a lot of billionaire companies, like websites like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Tumblr, DeviantArt, I think Newgrounds, I doubt it, or other places like Amazon, eBay, Craigslist, or just like older companies like Walmart, Target, Best Buys, what else is out there? Circuit City, I don't know if that's still around, or I heard it was coming back. IKEA, even though I'm wearing their glasses, but they look cool as fuck. That's one thing that's kind of my weakness. Along with other places I used to be, like Radio Shack, what was it called? IKEA, Radio Shack. The place where I would even work at, I wouldn't be surprised. That's Illuminati, New World Order controlled, Freemason, police state, propaganda, like pretty much mind control MK Ultra to the max. The only reason I'm working there is just probably going to be 3 to 6 months, maybe a year or two. At the most, probably 4 years. At the least, 1 year. But, so I could just pay off my bills and taxes a lot quicker now, do unboxings and openings. I actually even heard that video games are starting to become a part of this thing. I think since 2006, they were starting to have a lot of like very demonic symbolism that was going on, satanic, evil organizations that take over the planet. Even the theories, I really, really hate to say it, and it breaks, it destroys spiritually and like emotionally in my heart that Pokemon the reaction I'm doing for Sun and Moon. I'm not gonna get too much into it, but I heard a lot of theories about how Magirna, behind the scenes, I think it was supposed to be like Project Azoth or Azoth, and it has a lot to do with alchemy and creating new life, homunculus stuff, and it hurts me to say it. It devastates me, but I even knew as a 90s kid, everyone said, oh, Pokemon satanic, it's for the devil and all this shit. And at that time, I was a rebel. I didn't give a fuck. Me and my little rebel 6, 7, 8-year-old self at that time, I didn't give a shit. I only cared about the entertainment and the awesome playthroughs that I really liked doing back then. It wasn't really like playthroughs through the internet, but for my own personal time, or when I was like spending time with my cousins and my friends, It hurts, but I know there's a couple subliminal messages, especially what they did, and I did not want to talk about this very much. I won't go too much into depth detail. You could look at it for yourself, Google it if you want to, ironically enough, but I saw what they did in Omega Ruby. If any people have played the Delta episode that has Zinnia, or after Zinnia, if you notice closely, I know you can say, oh, Illuminati confirmed, but if you really do your research and development, I actually heard about something called Project Mandela. I've never heard about that one until last week Saturday, so I'm still learning about this even more as I go older. Just like the UK thing I talked about 2 weeks ago with the Project Bretrix, how the UK is getting out of the Eurozone. I'm not going to talk too much about that because it's more political stuff than it is, conspiracy theory shit. Because it's coming to light. It's becoming a reality now. But it should call conspiracy reality now. But, a reality theory. Well, and I could talk a lot more about this. Project CERN, this is pretty much, if any people have ever seen Stargate, let me go back to Pokemon, Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire. If any people were like a 2000s teenager like myself included, if you played Ruby Sapphire and Emerald, the original ones, you notice that they changed the place where you get Rayquaza, or Rayquaza, however you want to pronounce it. They changed it from like a giant square building where like you had to go through the bikes. If any of you guys have played the original one, go play it yourself. Highly recommend it. It's awesome as fuck. There's that. You go through I think you use the Mach bike to go past like the really, really fast breaking deteriorating floors that you go through. And I'm seeing the fireworks. It's really beautiful out there. It absolutely sucks. I wish you could see it with me. But yeah, they changed that thing from that to rocks, to using Rock Smash and using a Mach bite to like this giant pyramid thing that had like an eye thing that looks like it said Illuminati New World Order or some shit like that. I looked at that. I'm not going to talk too much about it because it's going to make me look like a hypocrite, but I still love the crap out of it. I'm not going to lie. I still love the awesome creatures, the awesome Greek mythology that goes on with it, and Norse mythology. I don't know what goes on. I'm not particularly sure what. I'm not trying to get involved in Dude's private personal life, what Junichi Masuda, and whatever Junichi Masuda or Mr. Orihime or Takadashi, I forgot what his last name was, or Satoshi Jaziri, whatever they do in their own time, when they're not creating Pokemon video games, that's none of my business. That's their own business. I'm not trying to hate or discriminate them, saying they're Satanists or anything like that, and they're going to go to hell for everything that they do. Because I remember growing up in a strict religious Christian household. It was a bitch. It was a huge fucking pain in the ass for me to grow up with that shit. But I will say this. I think, I'm not 100% sure, maybe like 20-25% sure that there's a lot of like pre-propagated, propagandized programming when it comes to like the legendary Pokemon. I'm just saying, just putting it out there, regardless, even though they have, trust me, they have really cool ass, epic, badass designs. And when I looked a lot more deeper into theory thoughts with Solgaleo and Lunala looks cool as fuck, by the way. I still like them. I like the designs. I love the freaking awesome attacks that they have. And I really love their fucking abilities. Absolutely amazing. Don't get me wrong on that. I'm not hating it or nothing. I'm not leaving the Pokemon franchise, so don't be alarmed about that. But I will say this. Their Hawaiian spiritualism and mythology, I think when they mix it up with Japanese mythology, and a lot of the deities that they worship and all that, worshipping of these creatures, that's the part where I kind of disagree with, and I feel like I'm not going to be crossing that line. I'm still going to play for the game. I'm going to take it as it is. It's just a child's game. Even though they have very deep, emotional, spiritual ties and very sought after, extremely subconscious, subliminal messages that they show in the game. They did it for X and Y a lot. I remember when they showed the up-close picture when, if any of you guys have played X and Y, Hey, you see how, like, in that one scene when you're getting all nervous and you're about to catch your Xerneas and Veltal, when they zoom into their eyes, like it says X and Y, and they only do it on one side. They go like this. And the camera pans and zooms in right into one of their eyes. I think it was the left or the right eye. And I think that was the eye of Oros. I'm not saying that Pokemon has affiliations with the Illuminati. I know Legend of Zelda has been controversially subjected to that theme, especially when it always has the all-seeing eye all the time. I know it's supposed to be called the Eye of Loyalty or Honest Eye of Truth or Eye of the Heroisms or Eye of not Eye of Deception, but Eye of the Stars or Eye of Happiness. It's supposed to be something happiness, like positive, but I know it's been, and it sucks because I was a huge fucking Zelda fanboy back in the day, a lot. But to see that and discover that type of thing, it just hurts. It's depressing. That's the reason why I left. Like, I still dabble in it every now and then. I'm not completely hardcore like a Doomsday or anything like that, or a Doomsday Prepper, or any of those things. I'm just saying, just putting out there my own thoughts, views, and opinions. Some video games, just be very careful and cautious of what, especially for any of the people in their late 20s and 30s and up, or maybe even 40s. If you're a parent out there, just be careful what type of video games your children are playing, or what type of material that they're being subjected to. That's all I'm saying. If you're a mother or father out there and you want to see what, even if it's E for Everyone, I even saw that Rayman. I heard like a Rayman. I don't know if it was Origins or Legends. They actually did like this little thing where they worship the son of this pyramid of an Illuminati. And I heard a lot of controversial things about Ubisoft about that. And I like some of Ubisoft's games, however you want to pronounce that. Because I saw it a couple weeks ago when they did the E3 thing. And that's a whole other topic of my own. I'm not saying the whole video gaming industry is bad. Some of it is good. There's a little bit of it. It's starting to become very Hollywood-esque, like, if you will. By the time 2020 and up comes, especially with the virtual reality thing, the VR, I could go into a whole other separate video about VR. Even though I was super hyped and happy and excited about virtual reality, coming to things where you could just put it on your face. It looks cool. I tried it once myself. It's fucking stunning. But the thing is, you gotta remember, it's only an illusion. It's not real, even though it feels real, because it felt like the wind was hitting my face when I used it a couple months ago. And it's HTC one. It wasn't a video game. It was like a tour vacation of like Israel or Hawaii or the Philippines somewhere, very tropical-esque like. But I got it in the back of my mind subconsciously. I knew that this wasn't real. It was a false reality, but it still looked good. It's not bad to try these things. I'm not saying you shouldn't do any of these things. Go ahead and knock yourself out. I'm just saying, just putting it out there, just be very wary and very cautious of what, especially if you're a parent out there to a child, what your children and teenagers are playing. I'm just saying. And when they hit 18 and up, let them do whatever the hell they want. But until then, you still have the power as a mother or father to say, yes, you can play this, or no, you can't play this. I'm just saying. And I don't know how long I ranted for. I actually want to see how long that was. Wow. 18 minutes and almost 30 seconds. Okay. Okay, so, as far as that goes, I'm sorry that I ranted for so long and vented out. But yeah, without further ado, let's begin. So it says a new Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer shown at Hong Kong VGC National Championship. It only has 230 views. That's so weird. And shout out to Tyrannotouch. I know he did a YouTube video about it already. I didn't watch it yet. I just wanted to go in raw and deep, uncut. Sound very extremely sexualized. I'm sorry. Anyways, without further ado, let's begin. Oh, I know Mountain Dew's kind of like guilty for that type of shit too. I don't talk about this very much because I'm probably going to get a lot of dislikes for this. But yeah, it's just been bugging my mind for a while. And that's just scratching the surface. There's a shit ton of more other videos. Whether you can believe me or not. I'm just saying. Just putting it out there. I'm a very extremely well subconscious individual. You know? But other than that, especially the way this world's going. Holy shit, man. It goes into a lot of biblical, financial, and apocalyptic type of circumstances, if you will. Other than that, I know I don't show that side of my channel too much. That's more my criticism action, but I had to bring that up. I had to. Other than that, yeah, let's begin. So it's from PokeFan India. So I guess this came from India. I guess maybe he was a Pokemon fan. But other than that, I'm sorry for the dogs barking outside. My roommate can't control them. Let's get in. 3, 2, 1. Let's do this shit. Links down below. Annotation on site if you want to see with me in your own time. Let's get in. There's one thing I always would like about video games, though, and I will never say anything bad about it, and that's the music. Absolutely spectacular and awesome tacular. Oh, this is the same trailer as before. Oh, he's got that other Pokemon. I remember it was called, let's see. He has a Pokeball, right? He's got that other Pokemon. There it is. Rockruff. And it's in... Oh, that's awesome, dude. That's the one I remember the Pokédex description. If it rubs on you, like, it tries to rub on your neck or your chest and it's licking you, it hurts. Oh, it's in Chinese. This is the first time we see it in Chinese. Oh, they're fighting an Arcanine. It looks funky. It looks like it's like a prototype. Beta. Because it looks kind of rough drafted. Yeah, that's Rockruff. Okay. Oh, and the Arcanine has the Intimidate. Okay. Oh! Do you hear that music? Oh, that's really, really cool. I'm not faking my reaction. I'm dead ass serious when I'm doing this. This is the first time I see it. He used like Crunch or Fire Fang. I think it was Fire Fang. Oh, it's the Koala Llama. Oh, it's him. I wonder if he's gonna be like grass and what's it called? Grass and fighting or something like that. Oh, they're fighting Electabuzz. Oh my God, is Electivire getting a Mega Evolution? Holy shit, if he is, I'm so fucking done. Hell yeah. Because I actually like Magmortar a little bit more than Electabuzz. Give a Mega to Magmortar. I don't care if it's overpowered. OP as hell. Oh, did he do like a tail slam, or is that a specific move? What was that? Oh, it's Sun and Moon. Chinese! After almost 20 plus years, I would have never thought that Pokemon finally got something in Japan. They could do it for Japan. They should do it for Cuba. Because Cuba a couple months ago became went from a communist country to like a legal and free country now. Fucking Pokemon, make that happen. Even though you got a couple Spanish countries already, send Pokemon next year to Cuba. If you make the Diamond, Pearl, and Platinum remakes, I'm telling you right now, Mr. Junichi Masuda, Mr. Oriheim, Mr. Miyamoto or Morimoto, and Satoshi Tajiri and Takadashi, bring Pokemon to Cuba. I know you have a lot of other Spanish-speaking countries already, like Mexico, Peru, Panama, Brazil, Spain, España. I'm not saying Spanish, or Portugal, or Argentina, or if you want to send them to, I know you got a lot of them in Salvador, Uruguay, Panama, Chile, Chile. You send it to Cuba. And you do Diamond, Pearl, Platinum remakes Pokemon, please send them to Cuba. Please. I know you're probably not going to do it for Sun and Moon because it's already too late, but... And I know the United Kingdom and the rest of Europe, they get it on a couple days later, on the 23rd instead of the 18th, like how Japan, the United States, and Canada, and the rest of the half of the world, I think Mexico, the other Spanish-speaking countries are going to get it on the 18th. We get it early in this side of the world. Europe, sadly, and I think Australia, I think they're going to be getting it on the 23rd. I think some parts of Australia is going to be the 18th, though. It's kind of weird because Australia is way closer to Japan. And then send some to the Philippines, too, man. That'd be awesome as fuck. And India. Send them to some parts of India, even though, like, that'd be, like, real crazy. They send them to the Middle East, but that's all good under the hood. Let me read the descriptions really quick before I finish this. So, let's see. Kolama. Alright, he is the drowsing Pokemon, normal type, 1'0", weight 43.9 pounds. Ability comatose, so I guess he's always in like unconscious all the time. That's funny. So it says, this is the Pokédex description. I'm just reading it. It might be a rough draft, who knows? This is bound to change in a couple months, who knows? So it says, no one has ever seen a Kolamala awake. It eats, travels, and even battles while sound asleep. Its saliva can be used as a medicine for the sick or sleepiness. According to ancient people, they said if you take a small amount of saliva remaining after it eats leaves, water the saliva down and drink it, you'll be able to sleep well. That sounds very disgusting and a little bit disturbing, but whatever, I'll roll with it. Kolamala, I don't even know how to say it. I think it's Komala. Komala clings to a log pillow that its parents have given it to. Once it has grasped the log, it almost never releases sleep. If it does lose the hold of the log, the Pokemon will be unable to sleep well and will thrash about wildly. Apparently, unable to sleep well and will thrash about wildly. There we go. Apparently, it will sometimes cling to the arms of a trainer it trusts. Komala has the Comatose ability, a new ability that no other Pokemon has ever had until now. This ability keeps it perpetually in a drowsing state, which prevents it from getting any other status conditions. The ever-sleeping Komala expression sometimes changes as it has awareness of its surroundings and talking of the people nearby. But it appears that these changes of expression are just results of dreams it's experiencing. Wow, freaky stuff, but cool as hell. Rockruff, let's talk about that Pokemon now. So it is the puppy Pokemon. Type Rock, height 1 foot 8 inches, weight 20 pounds. It's actually lighter because the other one was 48 pounds. Okay. I guess with the log too, I guess. Ability, Keen Eye, and Vital Spirit. Vital Spirit is probably going to be a lot more of a better advantage if you're playing competitive compared to Keen Eye. So there we go. So it says, Rockruff has an excellent sense of smell. Once it has smelled that odor, it doesn't forget it. There are tales of these Pokemon getting separated from their trainers. There we go. And then using the faintest traces of their scent to track them for days until they are reunited. Rockruff is a sociable Pokemon, but as it grows, its disposition gets wilder. If it begins to howl when the sun goes down, that is proof that it is close to evolving. It is said that it leaves its trainer's side to evolve and return again when fully evolved. Rockruff stands bravely in battle, and even when it's taking damage, although an opponent may be stronger than Rockruff, the puppy Pokemon is so persistent it keeps going until it outlasts a foe and gets the win. Bite is a good move for Rockruff. It deals damage by biting an opponent with sharp teeth. This may make the target flinch. It has in a little attacking position and this cute, happy, smiley face position. That's cute and adorable. I like that. Rockruff greets others by rubbing rocks around their necks against each other. This greeting is an expression of fondness, but the trainer may find that the love hurts. I love hurts. And I heard that it's supposed to be when it howls, it's supposed to be a sign for evolution. I don't know. Besides that, overall thoughts, views, and opinions is really, really awesome shit. I really like the Komala Pokemon a little bit more than the Rockruff, even though I'm a dog lover, as you can tell. All the dogs barking downstairs. Crazy Chihuahuas and Jack Russell Terrier. I don't know why. You've seen them a few times in other videos if you've been subscribed to my channel long enough. Other than that, I really want to see how this evolution is going to go for Rockruff. Because they didn't say nothing about Komala evolving. I don't know if it's going to stay that way, or if he evolves is going to be a 2-stage evolution for him, or a 3-stage. I don't know. Only time will tell. And Junichi Yasuda and other masterminds behind Game Freak and Nintendo will know. Because they're awesome as fuck. Even though, despite what I said earlier about, awakening positions and fucking Freemasons, Freemason occults, and Bilderberg trilateral, like, banking, police state organizations taking over the world, unfortunately. And they're doing it by the freaking book at FEMA camps, too. Despite all that usually the reason why I stop talking about this is because this is very depressing and it feels negative, and I try not to bring negativity to this channel as hard as I can, and more positivity, but sometimes I just gotta let it out. But hopefully you skipped the 18 minutes and 30 seconds I was talking about when I do that rant. Hopefully you stood for the positive side of this reaction. So one more time, it's called a new Pokemon Sun and Moon trailer shown at Hong Kong VGC National Championship. It just says VG, but I want to call it VGC anyways. And that's it. Links in the description box down below. Annotation on site if any one of people are interested in watching the video on your own time. And I'm done here. Peace out once again, bros, women, bros, and pegasisters. I will see you when I see you guys. A good day, have a good night, wherever you're at around the world. Under at the same time. Don't take the reckless. Keep it calm, keep it cool, good chill, collect out there. And until then, that's it, guys. Peace out, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned, more videos coming soon. Brand new videos on the channel almost every single day. Stay in the grind, stay healthy, be do it yourself. Peace out, my sauerkraut. I'm going to get a lot of here. Stay tuned for future content channel, take more updates. See you guys next time. Deuces, I'm gone. Peace out, my sauerkraut. I'm going to get a lot of here. Stay safe, everyone. Stay happy. Have a happy 4th of July if you live here in the U.S. or you live anywhere else around the world or universe. Hopefully have a good day or night. And of course, stay tuned for more future updates and content such as Nintendo, Sony, Microsoft, and of course PC gaming news. And of course my anime manga news will be on September in less than 2.5 months from now. And with that being said, of course stay tuned for more future reactions and of course review segments such as my review discussion topics, video responses, and rant reactions. And of course, once in a while, a video response, which I rarely ever do anymore, but check them out anyways, just in case you're interested. And even though despite what I said about the video game industry having a few satanic occultist type of weird propagated agendas that they really want to take over the world and indoctrinate, if you will, and brainwash a lot of the millennials that are out there. Even my generation, Generation Z and Generation Y.1 and 1.2, they're guilty of this. Just be very safe and very vigilant if you're out there. Just go on YouTube and you'll see a lot of other videos on what I'm talking about. Especially 3 prominent people that are in alternative media, truth or conspiracy theory, and the other movements. Like 3 really good channels I can recommend to you is Christopher Green, Alternative Media Television, hard hitting in your face. Check him out. Also check out Mark Dice, and check out, I know a lot of people call him Michelle, but if you don't want to check out this dude Alex Jones, check out Jesse Ventura or The Drudge Report. Any of those places, highly recommend you try them out. Or if you could check out White Rabbit, he's another really good prominent YouTuber that talks about a lot of this doomsday Armageddon type of stuff, that they have evil forces running the world. Or you could check out Puritan Pictures. Those are really, really good channels I can recommend to you guys. Just YouTube, go on Google or YouTube and you'll find them. Peace out, ladies and goodbye. Happy 4th of July, and we'll talk to you guys soon. Ladies, and I'm out of here.